And there it is. Got the front end, I imagine probably partially disassembled. There's the broken tie rod, which looks like it probably bolts over to here. So that will be put back together. And that's what controls how this wheel gets steered. This is the tie rod part that was broken. As you can see, it's kinked over here, and they tried to straighten it some. But unfortunately, it started to break, so this part is not reusable, so we're getting a new one from Nissan. But this is a little tie rod joint. Here's what that tie rod looks like when it's installed. This is on the opposite side. It doesn't have any damage. So it connects here, and that's what allows the steering to operate. This little shaft goes back and forth, and it turns the spindle over here by a little arm that's connected down below on that knuckle. And this side goes to the rack and pinion, which pushes back and forth, and comes out the other side to the opposite wheel as well. This is called a wheel key. This little wheel key is a little device that allows the wheel to be removed via the special Nissan nut that's on there. If I had not brought that with me, they would not have been able to get the wheel off. They would have had to either cut the thing apart or drill it out or something. It would have been really, really ugly. It would have been a real mess, but I refused to leave without it, and I got it. Well, I've had a lot of experiences in the South, a lot of bad experiences where people confront me and just look at me like an alien, and they completely alienate me because of it. But everybody here has acted like they're my friend. Everybody has been working with me. Everybody has been talking to me. Nobody's putting me down. Everybody is not avoiding me. They want to associate with me. They want to talk to me. They want to be my friend. This is not something like I've ever heard of in the South. I mean, this is the true Southern hospitality that you always hear about in the movies you read in the press. This is what it's all about. Unfortunately, some of the other places I've been mixed up with the wrong people. Something else I'd like to note is that everybody here has nice teeth. And maybe that's what it is. You can't call these people Southerner rednecks. These people are Appalachian Americans. Very, very intelligent, very nice people. Getting a free commercial. Up in here is a little tow hook portion. You see it threaded. There's an eye hole, screw-in eye hole loop that you would thread into that when you need to have this thing towed, and that's what wasn't done. And the reason for that is because, well, we didn't realize it was there. It's covered in the Nissan manual, but nobody knew to do it. So I hooked to the front suspension to pull it out instead, and that's why we're at where we're at. All right. Hey, it's running. Well, it's all back together. It's back on the ground. It's got 4 brand new tires. Got brand new tie rod replacement parts. It's all pretty much ready to go. It just needs a good alignment on it. Took it for a test run. Everything looks good. Just a little bit dirty. Just a little bit dirty. Ditch mud. Grass mud. Well, we're finally back in the car. We got it in one piece. 4 brand new tires, 4-wheel alignment, and a brand new tie rod holding on the left wheel that was broken. Everything's good to go, so we're going to go head out around the road. We're going to test the tire air pressure sensors that are on all 4 wheels and make sure that everything's in working order. Looks like one of them is already kicked on. And if everything's good, we're going to continue on down to Pensacola. Alright, air pressure sensors are working. That's front, left, and right. That's rear, left, and right. They are very, very consistent. Everything is showing 39 pounds of pressure. So this is really, really good. Everything's great. First impressions, just coming down the road, the car feels a little bit higher. I guess those tires are so worn that it probably had eaten, I don't know, maybe half an inch of rubber off of them. So the car does feel a little bit higher. The alignment definitely is dead on. The car feels really, really tight when I turn some of these corners. And when I got on the gas a little bit through the turns, it gripped. It gripped really, really nicely. It didn't want to slide. So these tires are working really, really well. Well, I-59 was very, very noisy before when I had the old tires on. You can feel every single crack and crevice on the road, but with brand new rubber on here, it feels good. It feels good. There's not a lot of it's not extremely noisy. It's not doing a lot of vibration. So all those little rubber pads that's on the tire tread is doing its job really, really well. And we're coming up to exit 218, which is just down the street from exit 222, which is where the tire place was at. And we're going to have a look at the little accident site where I ran off into the median. I shut off the camera right about here, and I'm cruising down past exit 218. I'm coming down this way, and I started to feel some slippering, so I slowed down to about 45 miles an hour, roughly, approximately, right about there. And I'm cruising through this all right, and there was some idiot behind me that was obviously getting a little bit angry with me because I was going way too slow for his taste, and was getting extremely close to me. You know, 45 miles an hour, torrential downpour. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm in the right-hand lane. Get in the left. Get past me. Well, that's exactly what the dickhead did. And after he passed me, he decided he was going to cut me off, probably because he's pissed off with me. Well, the car started to veer off to the right, and as you can see, there's a drop-off over there with a ditch. And I managed to swing it back to the left, and I ran down in the intersection, right down in the median, off to the left over here. So that's what happened. Thankfully, I'm okay. Car was okay, with the exception of the tow-out accident that happened there, where they broke my they broke one of my tie rod ends, but, you know, that's not such a big deal. Everything was replaced. There was no charge for the tow. There was no charge for the part, and there was no charge for the labor to have it fixed. So I got all that stuff taken care of, and then while I was at it, we realized the tires were shot. One of them was actually showing cords in the rear right-hand side. So I got some brand new tires on the back, and they're riding and feeling really, really good. I was just doing 85 in front of that Alabama State Trooper up there, and he came up behind me and got real close. And I didn't hear the radar come on, but he might have been pacing me. Nonetheless, I slowed on down and got over to the right, just like nothing happened without stomping on the brakes. And it didn't bother me, just kind of mosey on by. Well, before the new tires and the alignment, this car was also very drifty. It had a tendency not to drift to one side, but it would drift to either side whenever it so chose to. If I just nudged the wheel a little bit in one way or the other, it would favor that direction, and it would just keep on going. The alignment of the new tires seems to have done a really, really nice job on this thing, and it's tracking really, really straight, and it feels really, really solid. So I'm grateful. I'm looking down at the center median here after my little situation yesterday, and I'm noticing tons of tire tracks out there. So apparently I'm not the only one that discovered the slippery roads. And there's a lot of other people that have gone off over here, and then they all look fresh. So this has all happened to them also, as I say, within the last couple of days. So wow, Alabama needs to do something about their roads up here on 59 up in northeast Alabama, because they are slippery when it rains. Here comes the rain again. Oh joy. I don't feel the car slipping around so bad, but then again, I'm also on a road that's paved very differently than it was up on the other end of 59. That was all concrete up there, and the road was V'd, and all the road water tends to kind of puddle up in the middle on the dashed line. The road was really stupidly designed. Even the police officer up there, hey, it stopped. Even the police officer up there said that every time it rains real good, that something always happens there, you know, that somebody running off the road is not uncommon. So anyway, these tires are tracking really, really well in the rain here. There's a lot of standing water on the road right now, and I don't feel any slipping at all, so I'd say they're doing their job. A torrential downpour. It's loud as hell. There was a complete whiteout here for a few seconds. Meanwhile, everybody just stops on the interstate. It's about the stupidest thing you can do. When you can't see where you're going, you slow down to the speed where you can see. Otherwise, some asshole is going to slam into you. You don't stop. Well, the tires are working really, really good. They are working overtime, man. Woo! I can't see a damn thing. It is white out there. Holy shit. I'm doing about 45 miles an hour. Hopefully not some idiot in a truck is going to cut me off again. There are people pulled over all over the place. Wow. This is some rain. This is what a hurricane looks like. Woohoo! Whee! Alright, I just got the shit scared out of me again. I'm sliding all over the place, even with the new tires. I have never really driven this car in this kind of weather before. This is just, it's like I'm on ice. I mean, if I knew to expect ice, I certainly wouldn't be doing 70 miles an hour in it. This is just outrageous. The wide wheels and tires on this 350Z seem to have that wakeboard effect. That they're just so wide that when they hit the puddle of water, they just lift. They lift right up on the surface edge of the water. And the hydroplane city, this thing is just slipping all over the place. When it starts to get crazy like this, I have to slow down. I have to get the hell out of the way because this is just dangerous. Wow. I think I'll keep my extreme rain driving of the car for around the city, because this keeping it up to speed, 70 miles an hour, this is just difficult. You can't do it. There's no way in hell you can do 70 miles an hour in this rain without wrecking. Fuck that. It rained so hard I couldn't see the signs for my exit, damn it. Blah!